Intrepid as adjective, adventurous and bold, showing a willingness to undertake new and challenging experiences. Fearless and brave, especially in the face of danger or difficulty. The intrepid explorer traversed the treacherous terrain of the mountain range. The intrepid journalist went undercover to expose corruption in the government. The intrepid soldier charged ahead despite the barrage of enemy fire. The intrepid entrepreneur started her own business in a risky industry. The intrepid hiker braved the elements and reached the summit of the mountain. Elucidate verb, to make something clear or easy to understand, especially by explaining or defining it. To throw light upon, clarify, or explain. The teacher spent extra time elucidating the complex math problem so that all the students could understand it. The scientist presented a study that elucidated the relationship between climate change and biodiversity loss. The detective asked the witness to elucidate on the details of the crime. The author included footnotes in the book to elucidate the historical context of the story. The expert was able to elucidate the technical jargon so that the layperson could understand the topic. Contingent as adjective, dependent on or determined by certain conditions or circumstances, likely to occur or be the case based on certain conditions or circumstances. A sales team's bonuses being contingent on meeting a certain sales target. A job offer being contingent on passing a background check. A sports team's success being contingent on the performance of individual players. A business's profitability being contingent on the state of the economy or market conditions. A political candidate's success being contingent on their ability to win over undecided voters. Amenable as adjective. It implies a sense of willingness to comply or to be receptive to change, willing to be guided or directed, open to suggestion, responsive to advice or instruction. He was amenable to the idea of trying something new for dinner. The employee was amenable to the suggestion of taking on additional responsibilities. The company culture was amenable to innovation and creativity. The team was amenable to working overtime to meet the project deadline. She was amenable to compromise in order to reach a solution. Insolvent as adjective, lacking sufficient assets to cover one's liabilities, unable to pay debts as they become due. The company filed for bankruptcy because it was insolvent. The charity had to close down due to being insolvent. The bank had to write off the loan as a loss due to the borrower being insolvent. The individual declared themselves insolvent and unable to pay their debts. The government provided financial assistance to the insolvent business.
Mendacity as noun, the quality of being untruthful or lying, the state or condition of being deceptive or fraudulent. The politician's mendacity was exposed during the election campaign. Her mendacity resulted in her being fired from her job. The lawyer accused the witness of mendacity during the trial. The media criticized the company for its mendacity regarding the environmental damage. The journalist's article revealed the mendacity of the government officials.
Profuse as adjective, abundant or excessive in quantity or production, characterized by a great deal of output or flow, often in an unstinting or overwhelming manner. The flowers were in full bloom, and their profuse beauty filled the garden. The professor's notes were profuse and difficult to decipher. The writer's use of language was profuse and flowery. The patient had a profuse sweat that concerned the doctor. Her apologies were profuse, but he remained unconvinced. Aberrant as adjective. Abnormal or deviant. Departing from an accepted standard or normal. The biologist discovered an aberrant gene in the DNA sequence. Her aberrant behavior raised concerns among her coworkers. The aberrant weather conditions caused havoc across the region. The athlete's aberrant performance was attributed to an injury sustained during training. The painting's aberrant style caught the attention of the art critics. Dogmatic as adjective. Expressing opinions or beliefs in a manner that is authoritarian or unyielding, without being willing to listen to others or consider alternative perspectives. Strictly adhering to a particular set of principles or beliefs, often without considering alternative views or evidence. The professor was very dogmatic in his teaching style and refused to consider alternative viewpoints. The political leader was criticized for his dogmatic approach to policymaking. The religious leader's dogmatic beliefs caused controversy among his followers. The artist rejected the dogmatic rules of traditional painting and experimented with new techniques. The company's dogmatic culture stifled creativity and innovation among employees. Disparate as adjective. Being widely divergent or varied. Different, distinct, or having little in common. The company's revenue streams were disparate, with some divisions performing much better than others. The group was a disparate collection of individuals with different backgrounds and interests. The proposals were rejected due to their disparate objectives and lack of coherence. The two paintings displayed in the museum were vastly disparate in style and subject matter. The new team struggled with communication due to their disparate language skills and cultural norms. Contingent as noun. A condition or circumstance that determines or influences the outcome of something. A group of people, often military personnel, sent to a place for a specific purpose. The military sent a contingent of soldiers to provide aid after the natural disaster. The business sent a contingent of employees to attend the conference. The sports team brought a contingent of fans to cheer them on at the away game. The music festival invited a contingent of international artists to perform. The political party formed a contingent of supporters to canvass for votes. Vacuous as adjective. Empty, vacant, or devoid of significant qualities or characteristics. Lacking in substance, meaning, or intellectual content. The article was criticized for its vacuous content and lack of substance. His argument was dismissed as vacuous and unsupported by evidence. The politician's speech was full of vacuous promises and platitudes. The celebrity social media posts were often criticized as vacuous and self-promoting. The party was criticized for its vacuous approach to policymaking. Bina as verb. To feel a strong longing or desire for something, especially for a person or place that one is separated from. To yearn strongly or wistfully for something, especially for a person or place that one is separated from. The child pined for the toy they had seen in the store. She pined for her lost love for years after their breakup. The prisoner pined for freedom during his years in jail. The dog pined for its owner while they were away on vacation. The soldier pined for his family while serving overseas. Panacea as noun. A solution or remedy that is believed to cure all problems or diseases. A universal cure for all ills or difficulties. The new drug was touted as a panacea for all types of cancer. Many people see education as the panacea for poverty and inequality. The company's latest product was marketed as a panacea for aging skin. The idea of universal basic income is often presented as a panacea for economic inequality. The coach believed that teamwork was the panacea for the team's struggles. Raft is noun, a flat floating structure made of logs, planks, or other materials, used for transportation on water. The group of friends went on a rafting trip down the river. The survivors clung to a makeshift raft for days before being rescued. The raft was constructed out of logs and ropes, a testament to human ingenuity. The children built a small raft out of sticks and twine, pretending to be adventurers. The cargo ship carried a raft of goods across the ocean. Duress as noun, a situation in which someone is forced to act against their will. The use of force or coercion to compel someone to do something against their will. The victim testified that he had confessed under duress after being threatened by the police. The employee signed a contract under duress, fearing he would lose his job if he refused. The kidnapper was arrested and charged with holding his victims under duress. The judge ruled that the confession was obtained under duress and could not be used as evidence in the trial. The company was accused of subjecting its workers to duress to meet the production targets. Dispassionate as adjective, being unemotional or detached, impartial, calm, and free from emotional involvement. The scientist approached the controversial topic with a dispassionate, logical perspective. The judge delivered a dispassionate verdict based solely on the facts of the case. She gave a dispassionate analysis of the pros and cons of the proposal, without expressing personal opinions. The detective remained dispassionate during the interview, not revealing any emotional reaction to the suspect's statements. The coach was known for his dispassionate approach to evaluating player performance, focusing on objective data rather than emotions. Phlegmatic as adjective, calm, unemotional, and unexcitable, especially in the face of stress or difficulty. Having or showing a slow, steady, and even temperament, free from extremes of emotion or excitement. His phlegmatic personality made him appear calm and collected in even the most stressful situations. The phlegmatic cat barely moved, even when the dog came charging at it. The phlegmatic response from the team was surprising, as they had been expected to be more enthusiastic. Her phlegmatic demeanor made it difficult to know what she was thinking or feeling. The CEO's phlegmatic approach to crisis management was seen as reassuring by investors. Pith as verb, to cut out the central part of something, especially of a stem or shaft. To remove the soft, spongy substance in the center of a plant stem or fruit, such as a sugarcane stalk. He pithed the frog before dissecting it. The artichoke should be pithed before cooking. The apple was pithed to remove the seeds. The scientist pithed the plant stem to study its structure. The chef showed me how to properly pith the grapefruit. Elicit as verb, to bring out or draw out something, such as information or a response, from a person or thing. To evoke or call forth an emotional response, reaction, or memory. The detective's questioning finally elicited a confession from the suspect. The teacher used a variety of techniques to elicit participation from shy students. The comedian's jokes elicited a lot of laughter from the audience. The artist's work was designed to elicit strong, emotional responses from viewers. The survey was conducted to elicit feedback from customers about their experiences with the company.
Duplicity is noun, the act of being deceitful, untruthful, or two-faced, it refers to the act of being insincere and pretending to have beliefs, opinions, or feelings that one does not actually have. The politician's duplicity was exposed when he was caught lying to the public. The company was sued for duplicity in advertising their product as organic when it contained synthetic ingredients. She saw through his duplicity and realized he was only pretending to be her friend. The novel's plot was full of duplicity and deceit. The detective uncovered a web of duplicity in the company's financial records.
Ready to boost your English or ace the GRE? Meet the GRE Vocabulary app, a fun and effective way to master language. Learn advanced words with examples and audio. Master idioms, proverbs, and phrasal verbs. Enjoy quizzes, flashcards, and pronunciation tests. Customize your practice by difficulty or focus. Translate into 100+ languages with ease. Did you learn new words? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. Download now and start your journey to vocabulary mastery.